Welcome to Homefront Sit Rep. I hope you're in for a great show today because I'm just a veteran talking about what's on my mind and maybe yours.
You can find Homefront Sit Rep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can also check out Homefront Sit Rep's YouTube channel.
Buckle up, the show is starting.
Out on the edge of the battle and back, we've carried the weight and we've walked every track. From desert dust to the fire at home, we've learned how to fight, how to stand alone. But no one tells you what comes after the war, when silence is louder than the guns we bore. That's where we speak, that's where we heal, with stories too real for Hollywood reels. Welcome to the front lines you don't always see, when warriors to battle just differently. This is our check-in, our voice, our step. This is the Homefront Sit Rep podcast. For the fallen, the fighting, and those who came home. For the brothers and sisters who still feel alone. We're holding the line with truth and respect. This is the Homefront Sit Rep podcast. For the fallen, the fighting, and those who came home. For the brothers and sisters who still feel alone. We're holding the line with truth and respect. This is the Homefront Sit Rep podcast. It ain't all medals and waving flags. There's pain in the silence and weight in the bags. But we've got a mic and a mission to share, to tell the damn truth, cause somebody's gotta care. We laugh, we cry, we cuss, we pray. We honor the ones who ain't here today. From basic to battle and back to the block. This is our rhythm, our round table talk. Welcome to the front lines you don't always see, when warriors to battle just differently. This is our check-in, our voice, our step. This is the Homefront Sit Rep podcast. Still heavy in dreams out of reach, for the lessons the textbooks could never teach. We're sounding off, no filter, no prep. This is the Homefront Sit Rep podcast. So if you've worn the boots or love someone who did, if you swallowed your hurt and kept it all hid, pull up a chair, you're not alone. Welcome to the front lines you don't always see, where courage meets scars and raw honesty. This is our anthem, our truth intercept. This is the Homefront Sit Rep podcast. For the ones still standing and those we've lost yet, for every single story we'll never forget. We speak so others won't forget. This is the Homefront Sit Rep podcast. Real talk, real vets, real life. Homefront Sit Rep podcast, where the mission continues.
Welcome, everybody, to a Sunday edition of Homefront Sit Rep. How is everybody doing? Gunny, how are you, sir?
Lazy. Absolutely lazy.
What are you lazy
I got up
for?
this morning, took a shower, threw on pajamas, never left the house. Didn't even step outside. Didn't even open the door to go outside. But I did do a chili, and that's what we have for dinner tonight. And then, took a few minutes to relax before we jumped on here.
Nice. So today I got up around, I guess, about 9. Of course, I was up till late last night, and then got up at around 9 to go to church this morning. Grace and her boyfriend Kenan were here. They went to church with us, with Lo and myself, and so we went up, got to church, and then some of our friends that usually go to church with us, one of their parents passed away last night, so they didn't make it in the church. So we prayed for them today, and and then afterwards, the group that was there, I think there was 16 of us. We went up to Cracker Barrel afterwards and broke bread at Cracker Barrel, and just, man, had a great time. Rich LaMonica, what's up? I know, right? Mike, Semper Fi Mike. And then I came home, and Grace and Kenan, they were doing the things that they needed to do before they had to leave, and then they took a nap. Lo went home, or went upstairs, took a nap. Then she had to be at work. And so it was just a chill afternoon after that. And then, I came downstairs and was doing the thing the things that I needed to do down here. And then my buddy Ty Cobb, who's in the background, who's our producer for the night, from the Triple Threat Vets podcast. If you haven't watched Triple Threat Vets podcast, I highly recommend going give them a follow. Great podcast, great people within it as well. Speaking of Ty's right there. So and then I kind of skimmed through a book that Gunny and I received in the mail. We had Colonel Trey Morris.
I wasn't prepped, man. It's over on the shelf.
I knew you had it close by. We had Colonel Trey Morris on the show a little while ago, and this is a firsthand account of the top secret mission that launched Operation Desert Storm, called Secret Squirrel, Operation Secret Squirrel. He was so gracious enough to send Gunny and I a copy that we can, go through and learn about some military history. So I want to give a big shout out to Colonel Trey Morris.
Well, I mean, it's an advanced copy because it's not coming out till next month.
Yeah, it don't come out until March. So super excited to get it, and I can't wait to meet him in person and hopefully get a signature on it from an autograph from the Colonel, and just shake his hand and tell him thank you for his service, because those guys that came before our generation, they paved the way for us. So it just history is amazing, and I can't talk about military history enough. So as you know, my daughter got me a perpetual military calendar in today's military history. So
and
today,
it's a worldwide thing, which is really cool. It's not just U.S. centric, which is nice.
Yeah. So on today, February 1st, 1861. Does anybody know what happened on February 1st, 1861?
It's a couple years before I was born, man. Sorry. Ty might know. He's a little bit older than us, so
he might, but me and Ty already talked about it. So Texas succeeded from the Union, joining the Confederacy, and arming for the Civil War with 60,000 troops. This vote, backed by the militia, led to battles like Sabine Pass, killing thousands. So Texas left the Union and joined the Confederacy on this date in 1861. Dude, that's super cool that those are dates like that you don't, unless you're from Texas, that are not, big, national kind of remembrance kind of things. And it's just, I want to thank my daughter for getting me the calendar, because there's some things, like you said, it's global. It's not just here in the US. It's things that happen around the world well before our time. And it's just like, holy cow. I love it. And I can't complain. Let's put it that way. Mike, we will talk, my friend. We will talk. Gunny, are you ready for our trip coming up this Wednesday, actually, right?
I'm packed. Mostly. Obviously,
Okay.
I gotta pack up, all this stuff that I need for down there. But as far as clothes wise, I'm packed. I am gonna throw a couple pair of shorts in there just in case it's warm enough to hit the pool. But for the most part, I have whatever clothes I need for while we're there.
Hell yeah.
I am gonna pack some long pants for the drive home, because we're gonna be leaving 70-degree, 80-degree weather, coming back to this mess.
Yeah, and then talking about snow when we leave on
Tuesday night. We're looking at probably getting about 5 inches. So the boys are gonna have to go out there and shovel the driveway, because I'm gonna be on the road first thing in the morning. It's supposed to stop around Lexington-ish. So when I stop to pick you up, we should be good.
Talking about the Colonel.
Yeah. So we should be good. And then, praying for the South right now. They got hammered. Looking at Winston-Salem got like 10, 12 inches. I contacted my buddy who's at Cherry Point, and they got a foot at Cherry Point today.
Whoa.
A little bit further south, Wilmington, they got about 14, 16 inches. So they're dealing with this mess. And, they're not equipped for it either. It was funny. He sent pictures, and he's sweeping his backyard for a place for the dog to be able to go to the bathroom, because he's like, I don't have a snow shovel. So
I remember. Well, I remember when we were there, we got what 2 inches, and they shut the whole base down. They shut everything down.
Yeah,
It was just
and then
like,
they had the
holy,
guys because Mai Tai was the only thing that was open out in town, right? And
yeah,
they had the guys in the back of the pickup trucks shoveling salt off.
yeah, yeah,
Um, so my second trip to Lejeune, when they had a storm or projected storm, they if as long as Western North Carolina wasn't getting anything, they would send their road crews over, and the road crews would take care of the roads.
yeah,
But
yeah.
even then, everything's still shut down.
Yeah, no, it was crazy, and this winter they said somewhere, whether it was on Farmer's Almanac, whatever, they were like, "This is going to be the year for some major snow impacts across the
Yeah,
United States," and we have seen that, and I know here in Kentucky, it's been a long time since we got the amount of snow that we have got right now, and they said it's not done yet.
yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, I saw it snow at Paris Island. I wonder when the last time it snowed at Paris Island and it shut down training. You know
ooh.
what I mean?
We'll have to Google that. Maybe Ty, our producer, can Google that and let us know the last time it snowed in Beaufort, South Carolina, and shut down training at Paris Island.
Yeah,
Um,
this past weekend doesn't count as the last time either.
Simplify, Mike. You be careful and go see your dad in the hospital, brother. We'll be saying a prayer for him. Uh,
I mean, like Georgia, parts of Florida got
yeah,
snow. I mean, and of course, it's been in the low teens, even down as far as Miami. So, you got iguanas falling out of the trees and, freezing up. And
yeah. It's crazy, man. So no, I'm super excited to be going down to Tampa for SOF missions. I'm gonna throw their website up here and scroll across the bottom, but sofmissions.org. It's founded by Marine Corps veteran Damon Freeman and his wife. They created SOF missions. They have the Be Resilient programs. So they got the Be Resilient Clinic, which is what Gunny and I are going. It's a 5-day clinic. Then they have the Be Resilient Retreat, which is a 3-day retreat. And then they have Be Resilient Training to help with your brain and stuff of that nature. So that's 3 programs that they offer. And So go check out sofmissions.com. Everything's 100% paid. Um, so if you want to go, you sign up for it through their website, and they will contact you. They pay you for your flight there, the flight home. Your food and everything's covered while you're on site at the golf resort and everything. So Gunny and I are super excited. This is the first time that I ever have utilized a nonprofit other than the ones that I was involved with, like on the board of some sort. This will be the first time that I ever used a nonprofit for my own self, because there's things that I need help with. And I believe that this organization will be able to help me do those things. So I'm super
oh,
excited about
and they're faith based too. So, you
Yes.
know, I think just speaking from with Damon and speaking to guys and gals that have been through the program, they use part of scripture that helps with the healing process, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely, super excited about it, and I can't wait. There's it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be something different, and I might learn some things about myself. I know the wife and I, we struggle on some things, uh, like with my anger and stuff of that nature, and I'm hoping that what they can help me with will make the wife and my our relationship a little bit stronger. I mean, we're
Yeah.
already strong. I mean, we're 23 years in. We have a pretty strong foundation. There's just some things that me and her or me that I need to work on, and I think this will help me. So I'm excited about it. We'll see what
Well,
happens.
marriage is a two-way street, man. And, April's been with me through everything after 2002. All right. So, all that stuff we went through in Haiti and some of the other stuff that we saw and experienced during our first few years in the Corps.
Hmm.
Every now and again, its ugly head showed, right? And
Yeah.
then everything that happened, 2005 and later, she's been right here with me the entire time.
Yeah.
And I've got my demons, and they rear their ugly head every now and again, and but a lot of my trauma has gone off onto her, and so she has hers as well. So it's just one of those things. Is when she sees it coming, she has time to go take a break, right?
Yeah.
Instead of
Yeah.
watching me explode and then her exploding back.
Heck yeah. So let's I think that's about enough of you and I bantering back and forth. We got a great guest for you guys tonight. I've been following our guest for quite some time now, his musical journey. Um, for one, he's a Navy corpsman. Us Marines and our corpsmen, we love our corpsmen. So I found this niche of veterans, with Label 22 and hero stock. And he was one of the musical acts, and I was like, man, I'm gonna follow this guy. And I've been following him for a little while, and his music, and it really resonated with me with some of the songs that he has out there. It's just, I don't know. I want to play. I'll play one of his songs once we have him up here and we get to talk to him a little bit. We'll play some of his music here in a little bit. But are we ready to bring him up, Gunny?
Absolutely.
All right, Ty, you want to bring him up? You want me to do it?
I'm gonna kill my kid because he keeps moving my friggin' mic volume and music volume. And I'm like,
Welcome
why
to
am
the
I
show,
hearing-
Shannon.
What's up, guys? Don't kill your kid, man. Sometimes they're great to keep around to do work around the house.
Well, I kept
Sometimes.
hearing the refrigerator in here. I'm like, why am I hearing the refrigerator? What is going on? So then I look over on my soundboard and my microphone's turned all the way up. I'm like, yeah, come on now.
You gotta love it. Well, Shannon,
man.
first off, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy day and to come hang out with Gunny and I for this 45 minutes to an hour here on the show. So I want to say thank you for coming on and hanging out with us, brother.
Well, thanks for having me, man. Listen, I couldn't be in better company than two Marines and a soldier in this room. And to be honest with you, I'm a big fan of what you guys do, and I'm grateful that you had me on the show. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And we're a big fan of yours as well. So do me a favor and introduce yourself to the world of Homefront Sit Rep, if you don't mind.
Oh, where to start? I come from a little bitty town called East Bernstead, which is even smaller than that, Hazel Patch, Hazel Green, Kentucky. And I grew up, I grew up like any other Kentucky kid. Well, I grew up in a 64-foot single wide trailer on the side of a mountaintop. Back where I grew up, we all worked. Everybody worked. Whether you worked in an office or you worked in a freaking field and cut tobacco or raised hay and housed hay and worked on cattle or whatever. So I grew up doing all that stuff. My grandfather had an Angus farm, so I raised the Angus cattle growing up with him and all that stuff. I was a quiet kid for the most part. Both my grandfathers, one was a soldier. He didn't deploy during war, but he was in during World War II. He didn't deploy, but he was in as a soldier, and eventually started working for the AC or the ASP in Kentucky, the big, huge ammo depot.
Nice.
And then my grandfather was a gunner's mate in the Navy. And he did some stuff, which was cool. My grandfather book kind of geared me up for patriotism. They both fed me full of patriotism, but I think that I got the majority of that from my grandfather book. He was closer and we stayed together a lot more often. And he, for the lack of a better phrase, like my grandfather was like my second father. So he talked me into, he's like, you should join the Navy, you should join the something, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, and I played football and I was in choir, blah. I did all the stupid stuff that kids do to try to, become popular. And I wasn't a very popular kid. I just wasn't. I played saxophone. I started playing saxophone in the 5th grade, and I played all the way up until about 10th grade, I guess 10th or 11th. And then I got tired of reading sheet music, and then I was like, well, I'm just going to start doing my own thing, and started playing with the radio, and I sang all the time. Nice. My dad used to yell at me in the back of the car, boy, be quiet. I can't hear you over the radio, or I can't hear the radio over you, and I'm like, well, okay. And I'd be like, in the back of the seat, I'd be whispering at the time. Whispering at the top of my lungs, but, so, I graduated high school, and that was just after I graduated, I graduated in 93, 94. I don't know. I'm 51. So, I graduated right after Desert Storm, Desert Shield, or Desert Shield, Desert Storm. That's how they go in connection.
Right.
Anyway, and we, during that time, everybody watched Desert Storm and Desert Shield on TV. I mean, we had 4 or 5 networks.
Yeah.
That's what we had.
3 local and PBS.
Right. And your remote was the turn knob on your RCA TV. Yep. That was your remote. If you were rich enough to have a remote, like it looked like
I was the remote.
Yeah, that's what I was. I was the remote as well.
Boy, go turn
the channel to number 4.
Hee-haw's on.
Exactly. And when hee-haw was over, it was football time.
Yep.
But yeah, man. So I grew up there, and joining the military became something that I was kind of very interested in. I was in the middle of nowhere. And let me back up real quick. My grandfather Book owned one of the most well-known department stores in my little town of London, called Jeff's or John's Discount. It was right next to the bowling alley, and he competed with Kmart and all that stuff. And then of course Walmart came into town and destroyed all the small businesses and all that stuff. So we went from not doing too bad. Hey Clint, what's up, Clifton? Not doing too bad to basically going back to, grow your own stuff and do your own thing and kill your own food. And, we scrape by, but in all of that, my grandfather kept pushing the patriotism. And in where I grew up, like, getting scholarships and all that stuff, if you didn't know somebody who knew somebody who killed somebody who buried somebody in their backyard, you didn't get any clout from any of that stuff. And you had to be exceptionally good in Kentucky to get a scholarship for football. And you still do. Like, it's not like Texas where everybody's here like scoping people in Texas, but I got some scholarships, but that was all after I'd already joined the DEP program. And I didn't realize that you could get out of the DEP program, but I wouldn't have changed it for anything, to be honest with you. So I joined the armed forces. I joined the Navy. I tried to join the Marine Corps. Trust me, I tried. But it wasn't that I tried. I went into the Marine Corps recruiting office. I did my freaking ASVAB screener, I did my PFT screener, blah, blah, blah. And Gunny was just sitting in the back office with his coffee cup, spitting his Copenhagen in it. And he's like, what do you want to be, boy, when you grow up? And I was like, well, I want to be a doctor. He was like,
Not in the Marine.
He's like, you sure you don't want to be a sniper or a pilot or a killer or a cop or something? And I'm like, no. And just prior to that, the year prior to that, or maybe a year and a half prior to that, I had cut a couple toes off the football or after football practice with a lawnmower. And, you know, I don't know what it was, but my little surgeon was this little German guy, and he talked to me about medicine, and medicine just kind of was like, cool. And I'm like, that's what I want to do. So I got focused in it, and I've always loved science, and I've always loved, you know, stuff like that. And so he walked me across the hallway. He spit his last little freaking spit in a coffee cup, set it down on his desk. He says, come on, boy. And he walked me across the hall to some boiler tech second class. And he looks at him and he goes, hey, Boats, this young man wants to be a Fleet Marine Force Corpsman. Make it happen.
Oh,
and
nice.
of course, you know, that's all it took. And what's up, Steven? And so that was it, man. I went to freaking RTC San Diego, right next to MCRD San Diego, and went to boot camp.
Nice. So you went into the recruiter's office and you said, I want to be a doc. And he says, all right, you're going to go into the Navy. And you went over to the Navy.
Yeah.
So I've never been through Navy boot camp. What's the well, you probably wouldn't know what the difference is between Marine Corps.
Well, I do because I spent so much time with the Marines. I can tell you. So the difference is that everybody goes through the first like 8 weeks of training.
Right.
You guys get an additional, what is it? 4 weeks or 8 weeks of training? 5 weeks of training. Right. You get an additional 5 weeks of training, which is where back then it was all like hand-to-hand combat and pujo sticks and all that stuff. And now it's McMap and the confidence course and all that happy. I don't even remember.
They're still doing pugil sticks. They're still doing hand-to-hand stuff. Oh yeah.
That's good. I'm glad they're still doing that stuff. But you know, so the difference is that we leave before the fighting stuff starts, especially in the Navy. And most of the Navy boot camp is more about Navy history and all that stuff, which is part of your history.
Yeah.
You know, ish. I mean, I consider you guys the OG pirates of the world, just so you know, because technically that's what you are.
Yeah.
You guys are the pirates of the world, and you guys started piracy. So, you know, I'm cool with that. I don't like whatever. And I'll be honest with you. After 17 years, I consider myself more Marine than I ever was a sailor.
Well, a lot of Fleet Marine Corps corpsmen, once they get in, I believe once you've done so much as a corpsman, you can wear the uniform of the Marine. But no, I thought there was
absolutely.
No,
well, it's not how much you do. You have to. So I'll tell you. Go ahead, Gunny. I'll let you.
You have to decide whether you want to go Navy reg or Marine Corps regs as a corpsman. Now, they still, back when we came in, it was all, you know, tricolor stuff, right? The old woodland stuff. So everybody had the same woodland stuff. And then when it switched, the corpsmen still wore our camis. It just said Navy on it. They didn't wear the blue crap that they had. They still wore the stuff. But when it came to formations that we had to be in a service uniform or a dress uniform, they wore theirs unless they chose to go Marine regs.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is crazy is they'll have their service alphas, right? Our service alphas with their rate on it.
Correct.
You know, and same thing with, you know, the dress blues is with their stuff on it. So it looks weird. It's crazy. It's like,
it's like,
what?
Why is that not red and gold? What is that blue crap?
Yeah. So that's, I mean, that's what happens. It has nothing to do with the amount of time that they're stationed with an FMF unit. They have to choose.
It's a choice.
Marine regs or Navy regs. And I'll tell you, probably 95% of them probably it's more than that, decide to go Navy regs.
Yes. Well, and I'll tell you, it's a lot more caustic than most people realize, because at the end of the day, I maintain 2 sea bags.
Yep.
And I have to do both PRT and PFT.
Mm.
And I have to follow all of the Marine Corps rules and all of the Navy rules. So it's a lot. There's a lot that goes on with being able to wear a Marine Corps uniform because an eighth of an inch in the Marine Corps is an eighth of an inch. Nothing else.
Yes.
Just that. And the Navy is like, well, it's an eighth of an inch ish.
Yeah, close enough.
You know, we're talking 5-inch guns versus, you know, an AR-15 or
Right.
M16. So, but you know, I wouldn't have changed it any other way, man. I spent most of my career wearing alphas. I think I wore my navy blues and my navy whites to include my working whites and blues. Oh, I'd say my navy blues, I probably only wore them maybe 7 times. The rest of the time I wore alphas and Charlies.
Nice.
My last duty station, I transferred from field med. Well, I transferred from the Wounded Warrior Battalion East back to the hospital because I was TAD from the hospital to Wounded Warrior Battalion.
Was it still out at Head Knot Point, or had they moved it to?
No, yeah, it was still at Head Knot. It was still the old beat up, like
right beside headquarters, beside
right
division
off the river.
headquarters.
Yep, right next to 2nd Marines. And I checked into the hospital in alphas and Charlies, and the master chief, there was a master chief that was standing in the command master chief's office, and he's like, "What are you doing checking in that uniform?" And I said, "Well, I'm not going to go buy another uniform to check in here for my last month, pal."
No doubt.
And so that was just it. It was, you know, they were retiring me. I didn't want to be retired. I wanted to go. I was trying to go to MARSOC and blah, 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 blah. I just wanted to go back over and shoot people.
Tried everything.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to just go back over and shoot people. I was a disgruntled person. I was disgruntled because I was not okay with what happened, but I caused most of my problems. So.
See Ty, our producer's working in the background.
I see that, man. Wow. All right.
That's a good picture of you, man.
Dude, good on him, bro. Good on
did
him.
Did you shave your face since you were on
I did.
He did.
I did. I shaved it. Well, listen, you know how you get that little flaky stuff in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets a little too rough. So I just start over every now and then. It just happened to be January, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm cutting it off.
Yeah, because I was looking at you. I was like,
it wasn't like that on Wednesday.
No,
like that on Wednesday.
Love you too, brother. Absolutely not. No. So,
right.
But yes, I did.
So here you are. You're getting retired. You're getting retired from the military, unwillingly retired. Let's put it that way. Unwillingly retired.
I wasn't ready to retire. I probably needed to retire, but I didn't. My heart wasn't ready to retire.
Right. So we're gonna go with unwilling. Sure. Retirement.
Sure.
What was your transition like? All right, here you are. You served your time in the military, 17, serving more than 17 years, right? So you're probably what? How close were you to like 20?
Well, I mean, 17 years was my last. Well, that's what I did. The total.
So
of 17.
here you are. You did 17 years, and you were probably like, man, I want to make it to 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the Navy's saying, all right, you have to get out, you have to retire.
Right.
What was your transition like being forced to retire?
It wasn't good at all. And not only that, like, you got to realize, like, man, this was like 2010, which is what, 6 years after Fallujah. And 7 years after the invasion, and us getting out was still all trial and error.
Yeah.
So did you go through a med board?
I did. Yeah.
So I went through the same time. So
yeah.
I was medically retired in 11.
Right.
And I was one of the first where it became the joint med board where the VA and the Navy. So I was like, this is friggin' it. It took 2.5 years for them to medically retire me.
It took 2 years for me to get retired.
Yeah.
My 105 package literally had to be restarted the year after I moved to Wounded Warrior Battalion East.
Mm.
And weirdly enough, I don't know if I'm the only first class that has ever been a platoon sergeant at Wounded Warrior East, but I'm pretty sure I am. Because when I got there, the sergeant major was like, I walked in my office, and he was like, "Oh, Doc, well, welcome aboard, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada." And about 2 weeks later, he's like, "How would you feel about being a platoon sergeant?" And I was like, sure. you know, like what do I know about freaking Marines doing MCIs? And I mean, I know.
And around that same time, they were putting people that were in automobile accidents or
correct
broke their leg coming off the back of a 7-ton,
or had testicular cancer, or whatever it was.
Yeah, so there was a huge fight and dispersion within.
The sick, lame, and lazy ended up at the Wounded Warrior Battalion
because the command didn't want to deal with it.
Yep.
And
because it was a place to dump bodies that they didn't have to calculate.
Right. And they could get a new body for that person.
Right. Which I get, but now they've done what they always say they don't do, is pawn stuff off.
Yep.
Yeah.
So whatever. It is what it is.
We didn't have, like, when I first joined, we didn't have the Wounded Warrior Battalion. We didn't have that.
So that didn't come about until 2006, 2007.
Right.
In 2000, but prior to that, actually, probably 2006. Because in 2005, when I got injured, I came back to my command.
Correct.
Yeah.
Tim Maxwell is Colonel
Maxwell.
Right. Tim Maxwell is the guy who basically established the Wounded Warrior Regiment.
Yeah.
And then he retired. And he's a sheep farmer somewhere out in Virginia now, which is totally awesome. And I loved him. Yeah. But you want to talk about one of the, like, that dude took a piece of shrapnel the size of my face to the face.
Yeah.
And walked away. And so, but he had the greatest idea of, hey, listen, we got warriors in transition and nobody gets it. We need to create a place for that to happen. And they did. And he got it done. And once he got it done, he retired. And then they did.
But it wasn't without struggle.
Correct.
Personal and professional.
Correct.
I remember that whole time frame.
Brother, I don't know about you, Gunny, but I'll tell you, these guys were giving us, I was on 14 drugs a day, bro. 14 drugs a day for 4 years.
That's crazy.
And I felt like and listen, I don't know about you guys, but it's hard to drive on Klonopin. It's hard to drive on Klonopin. I don't care if you're driving down Main Street of freaking Camp Lejeune or not. It's hard. It's hard to drive on Klonopin. Yeah. But that's what they were expecting us to do. They were expecting us to get in our vehicle at 0:30 in the morning,
and drive
off of a Klonopin hangover, taking all of our other drugs, getting in a vehicle, and driving on base. Just to sit around all day. And do MCIs and coloring and playing video games and whatever it was. But at the end of the day, nobody knew how to handle us. We didn't know how. Gunny, did you know how to handle you?
Gunny, are you there?
He's frozen.
Frozen stiff. I don't know where.
Did you know how to handle you though, Willis? Did you know how to handle all that stuff?
No. So I never went through the Warrior Wounded Battalion. Like, I never had to do that. So I got out in 2001 the first time, and then 2004 the second time.
Gotcha.
So I didn't have that. We went back to our.
You went back to your battalion, right?
Right. We went back to our command, and even like short timers, they didn't know what to do with short timers either. Like, we still showed up for formation and stuff of that nature, but
go back to your barracks.
Go back to the barracks, do whatever. Now, granted, I was infantry, so if we were in garrison, there was busy work to be done. Sometimes, but not a lot of times. A lot of times it was all right, formation, morning formation, you're on your day till noon formation. Right. Once noon formation was up, then you're on your own till evening formation. Right. And then after that, it was you do whatever you want. So there was a lot of times. Now, granted, back then, I think it was PlayStation 1, and we would sit in the barracks and do those, or we'd take naps or whatever during the day. But when we were in the field, we were in the field.
Right.
We were locked and cocked, ready to go.
Absolutely. Training is training. Training is continuous.
Right. And then, then we also had, our we had to do MCTs or MCIs, whatever the hell they're called.
Right.
I can't even remember. There's such a long time ago.
The complications of marrying a stripper.
Well, it's funny you said that, because I didn't listen to that one. I must have missed that course.
Said no Marine ever.
Right. I was that Lance Corporal that when I met her, she was not a stripper.
And then you talked her into it.
No. So we dated for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Out of that year and a half, I was probably stateside 4 months.
Right.
And out of the 4 months that I was stateside, I was in the field probably 3 months of it.
Right.
So I would see her, 2 or 3 days at a swing, and then back in the field for 7 days, and then come home for 2 or 3 days, and then 11-day field op, and then so we did a lot of workups. We with 2nd, 10th, 8th Marines, we were the training battalion.
Absolutely.
So we did a shit ton of training.
Mm-hmm.
So I was the dumbass. When I met her, a friend of mine that was we went to high school together. He joined the Marine Corps. Gunny said he completely lost the internet. So he went to the Marine Corps probably about a year and a half before I did. He went to the Air Wing. So I joined the Marine Corps, and he was stationed at New River.
Right.
So when I went through Camp Geiger, I would go to his house on the weekends.
Right.
That's where I met this girl. Right.
Mm-hmm.
She was working as a cashier at Kroger. You mentioned Kroger earlier. She was a cashier at Kroger. Right. She lived 3 houses down from my buddy Jason.
Right on.
He introduced us. Right. So me and her started hanging out. I moved out in town 4 houses the other way from Jason. So she was kind of in between Jason and I. And me and her started talking more and hanging out. She moved in. She had a young kid by a Navy guy. And I went to California. So we got married October 99.
Yeah.
I went to California 1st of December for cold weather training up at Bridgeport. Came back home a day early on the advance party to come back and do everything. And I was able to go out at home or back off base to the house. So I stopped and got some roses. I got some E&J from the liquor store.
E&J, baby.
Yeah. And I pulled down the road. I passed my buddy's house, past her mom and dad's house. Mm-hmm. And I got that gut feeling. I was like, oh man. Oh, something's not.
I already
right.
know where this is going.
Yeah. So pulled in.
I was about to say this sounds like a very familiar story.
Yeah. So I pulled in the driveway, and I was like, man, something's not right. And I opened up the door, and I hear music playing and voices in the back. I walked down the hall and opened the door, and there she was on top of this guy. Oh. So I turned around and walked out. Went up to my buddy's house, Jason and Belinda, knocked on the door. Belinda opened. She goes, I got something to tell you. I said, no, you don't. I just called her. She goes, yeah, she's been cheating on you the whole time.
Wow.
And I was like, what do you mean the whole time? She goes, the whole time y'all been dating, she's been cheated on you. I was like, why couldn't you tell me that before I married her?
Right.
So needless to say, we good old boys from Kentucky, what did we do? We went and got some bourbon and we got hammered that night.
Correct.
So the next morning I got up, went to the house, got all my shit, because the lease was up. We were doing month-to-month lease, and I called the guys like, look, I'm moving back on base. Grabbed all my shit, moved back on base. About 2 weeks later, some of my junior Marines came to me and said, hey, your wife is working at a strip club. I was like, do what?
Was she at the Driftwood, or was she at freaking?
No, it was Bada Booms.
Oh, no way, dude.
Yeah, so it was when Bada Booms first started. It was a you got to bring your own booze
Right.
kind of club because they
Right.
didn't have a liquor license yet.
Right.
That's where she was working at.
Right.
And I was like, no, you got to go on. So technically, yeah. So I didn't listen to the MCI Don't Marry Strippers. I didn't.
Very well. Very well. This is why that MCI exists, gentlemen.
Yes, I should have been the poster boy for it, for sure.
Willis is definitely the reason that MCI is existing.
But all right, so getting back to your transition, all right.
Yeah, man.
So you're forced out of the military, basically.
Right.
You're forced to retire.
Correct.
You come back home, you lose that sense of purpose, that sense of camaraderie.
Well, I get divorced. I get separated and divorced first, like that.
Oh.
And so my transition was pretty, and it was all because of me. I felt let down. I felt like everything we ever told each other about always being there and always being on each other's six and all this other stuff I felt like it was a lie. And today I can look at that and go, listen, man, the military is a fast moving machine. It doesn't have time to consider you, and they're always on the go. But then I was stuck in this whole, wait, this is family. this is family. So I felt like my family had kind of walked away from me and or discarded me.
Yeah.
And so with all of that, I kind of went down a really ugly path. I drank a lot. I'd go into the Cardinal Lounge. Most of those guys know me because I'd walk in there and I'd cause some ruckus, or I'd create some sort of shit show, or I'd, whatever.
Right. Self-sabotage.
Yeah. Spankies. Like I'd always go over to Spankies and do stupid shit at Spankies because, Spanky was an awesome. Gunny doesn't know what we're talking about, do you, Gunny? I was sad. Dude, I was so sad to hear that Spanky passed away this two years ago. But, and God bless him. But, we all did some real ridiculous stuff at Spanky's, of course. And what's up, Roshi? So I drank a lot and I destroyed my family. I lost a house. I destroyed a lot of stuff, man. I was so disgruntled that it just got to the point where I didn't care anymore.
Right.
I didn't care. And I was playing music out in town and I was doing all that stuff. And I was playing music while I was on active duty. Me and a bunch of corpsmen and a couple Marines started a band called Slack Noise. And you want to talk about some disgruntled freaking music, boy. Like Tool ain't got nothing on us because we were angry people.
Oh, yeah.
Like just a bunch of combat veterans coming back and making loud, obnoxiously painful music. And so that's what we did. And that transitioned into me playing acoustic gigs at, bars here and there. I started the band Deliberately Broken then. And then we'd play out around town or whatever. It never got off the ground and I lost my home. Had dated a couple of people in the proximity of all of that. And it was all bad because I wasn't good enough for me at the end of the day. I didn't. And to be completely honest with you, looking at it from here where I'm standing today, back then, I didn't care about me because I didn't feel like I deserved to be cared about. I felt like I was discarded because I deserved to be discarded, if that makes sense.
I think a lot of veterans that are forced out of the military feel that way, like they're being discarded. Here they are, they serve 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years.
Right.
And they get injured in the line of duty in
Right.
service. And now they
Hey
don't
man,
have
appreciate you, but you got to go.
yeah. Hey man, you can't do your job no more. You're a liability more than
You cannot perform the basic functions of X. That's
Yeah.
all they say, and they
That's
show
it.
you the damn door.
That's
Yeah.
it. Here's your 105 package. Take it over to the hospital.
So you do feel discarded. Now,
Right.
for me, when I left on my terms, right?
Right.
So I didn't
UEAS.
right, I EAS'd. So
Right.
I didn't feel discarded. I felt now I did lose that sense of purpose, that sense of camaraderie because
Sure.
when you get back home, you don't have that anymore because
No.
your family, whether your immediate family or your extended family, they don't understand the things that you went through, like the
Correct.
things that you've seen. Like our trips from our first trip to Haiti.
Even without that, right?
Yeah, they didn't understand.
You go through boot camp, no matter what service you're going through, and you're changed.
I couldn't agree with you more, Gunny.
And when you go home, even after boot camp, you are not the same person you were when you left.
Not
So
even
all
remotely.
those friends that you had expect you to be this person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you're not that person anymore.
Nope.
Now you
Yeah.
amplify that by 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17, 20, 30 years
Right.
in the military, plus X amount of combat tours, plus all the trauma and everything we've all experienced.
Just regular deployments. Let's just
Yeah.
talk about regular.
Yeah.
See, that's what's something that I want to say that because let me. And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No,
I want
you're
a
good.
caveat.
You're good.
I want a caveat on that. Most people, the first thing they ask you is, "Where'd you serve?" My response is like, "I served in Camp Lejeune and Camp Pendleton, and 29 Palms."
Mm.
Like, what they're asking is where you deployed to combat.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
realize that you've been on multiple deployments over the course of 17 years, 20 years, 25 years.
Yeah.
They don't understand that you did a UDP to Okinawa. They don't understand that you did a JTF mission in freaking South, in the South Pacific. They don't understand that you did a Caritas on a frigate and you scored 11.7 metric tons of cocaine. They don't understand any of those deployments. They just want to know where you served in combat.
in combat.
Yep. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. And
I tell everybody Haiti, and they're
Yeah.
We
That's
didn't do
smart.
combat operations in Haiti. I'm like, in 2004 we did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Tell me I didn't. I was there.
That was a peacekeeping war, is what that was.
Well, that was yeah.
yeah,
That
so
was.
I mean, you were there to
making
protect.
the peacekeeping to humanitarian. We did all three blocks
Yes.
of warfare right there in Port-au-Prince, Haiti
Yep.
in 2004.
Yes, you
Yeah.
did. Yes, you
and
did.
the first time we went in it was a 99, right? The first time
99, and that
Yeah.
was we were so
That was right after the hurricane, right?
No,
No.
hurricane was, or that was no, it was a friggin' earthquake hurricane.
Oh,
That was
that's
in
right, earthquake.
2010.
That's right.
That was in
the earthquake.
2010.
That's the earthquake, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and-
99, we went down and we were the humanitarian security element.
Yeah.
Right.
We didn't, but they tried to give us the humanitarian medal, and our commander at the time's like, these guys didn't do enough to deserve that. And we're like, we were out there handing out beans, bullets, band-aids, friggin' caring
Yeah.
for sick people, helping build schools and all this other stuff. Well, you're the security element. You don't get it.
That's some garbage. I guarantee you that he had a Legion of Merit on him somewhere.
Oh, I guarantee.
Stupid.
All right, so you started music at a very, very early age in your life, right?
Yes.
So when you got out of the military, you were here, you were performing and stuff of that nature and doing gigs.
Yeah.
How has your musical journey healed you along the way?
That's a great question, man. And to be honest with you, and I say this all the time, music has healed me, and it's also almost killed me. Because the music industry is not a very pretty place. It's full of snakes and vipers.
Yeah.
You probably just watched, Kid Rock just do a freaking a congressional hearing tickets and Ticketmaster
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and he'll be the first to tell you the music industry is full of pits of vipers, and that's a fact.
Well, just watch The Voice. Just watch
Yes.
Idol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
words that the coaches are saying to the contestants, right? You got a contestant that goes out there and just friggin' kills it. And then they're like, the votes, whatever gets downloaded off of Spotify, gets downloaded from
Right.
iTunes, blah, 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 counts into it. And you've got somebody that has the second most in one genre and the first most overall,
Mhm.
and they get kicked off.
Right.
Because they don't look the part,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
That the music
Yeah.
industry.
I tried out for The Voice in Nashville in 2013, 2012, 2013. I tried out for The Voice. They don't want people like me because they can't make me what they want me to be.
Right.
I'm not a puppet. I never have been. And, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, music did save my life. When I came home from, I Need to Breathe was literally written probably less than a week of me coming back from Fallujah. Sitting at a coffee shop with my buddy's wife who had just deployed back to Fallujah with 3-1. And we were having a cup of coffee and I had a panic attack. And I was like, I can't catch my breath. She goes, did you bring your guitar? And I was like, yeah, it's in my Jeep. And I went and grabbed my guitar. We sat there, finished our coffee, and banged out I Need to Breathe in less than freaking 5-10 minutes. And it, that song was exactly how I was feeling in that moment.
Right.
It's so easy for you to sit there. I can't help but think that you have nothing to fear. Everything I've done has been done in vain, and you're the only one that's caused all of my pain. That is what was resonating in my chest. And the chorus is, I need to breathe just for one day. I need to breathe. I've got to get away. I can't deal with this. It's just, that's where I was at. I was so completely, and it was literally something as simple as I'm assuming we've all smelt burning flesh.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the most enjoyable scent on the planet. And when I smell it today, I'll still puke.
Yes.
Violently. Because I know what it is. And secondly, I don't know. There's something about those things when you smell burning flesh, or you hear a sound, or there's all kinds of triggers that we live with on the daily basis that most people don't recognize or wouldn't recognize otherwise. But somebody who got paper cuts for 6 years in a row is going to deal with the same thing when it comes to a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And they don't get it. But it's cool. I digress from that. But where are we going with this question? Holy crap. In that moment, I was struggling with all of those things. And that is what brought me back to focus. That song, I was able to catch my breath. You ever had one of those moments where you're having a panic attack and you can't get to the top of your tidal breath?
Yeah.
Where it feels like the tidal wave is crashing nice and calmly. Well, you just get to the part where it's like up against the wall and you're like, just fall.
Yeah.
And it won't. So, but that's where I was. And after that song happened, it was it. And I was like, aha.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did. I just started putting it all into words and putting it into music. And music saved my life for the longest time. Now, there were a lot of decisions that I made that probably made things a little more complicated while I was playing music.
Right.
And again, back in the music industry, the music industry is full of craziness and pits and vipers and stuff, but my choices in all of that were what almost killed me.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense, because we've talked to several veterans that are in the music industry now, and one that comes to mind when you just said about having a panic attack. Our good friend Theory, Ryan Dorfield is his real name, but he goes by Theory. He's a Marine Corps rapper.
Yeah.
He's got a song that music saved his life.
Sure.
And he talks about being in the hospital from the panic attacks that he had and stuff like
Right.
that, and how music has saved his life.
Sure.
And I always go back to um, when you serve in the military, depending on what you're doing, how the different playlists. Remember the old MP3s where you had different playlists on it, right?
Yep.
And you if you're
I
going
got
into a
different playlists on my phone, man. I got
right,
stuff that I
right.
listen to when I'm doing the yard work, and I got a whole different set of stuff when I'm cranking it out down in the gym.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Or you're crappie fishing.
That's just me and my buddy. Just man,
That's just you in the water rippling.
that's it, man. That's
That's
the
it.
only music I need.
Amen.
Until
brother.
until a friggin' big old 26-pound catfish starts ripping on that ultralight and chase the thing around the lake for an hour.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, music is one of those things. Depending on what mood you're in, is what type of music you're going to listen to. Like
Right.
if I'm in a like a shit mood, man, I'm gonna throw on some AC/DC, some
Mhm.
Metallica, some Machine Head. I'm
Right.
just gonna friggin' head bang it out, right?
Right.
If I'm in like just a lottie lottie dotty kind of mood, then I'm gonna probably throw on some reggae or some upbeat kind of music like that.
Sure.
Now, I'm not a big fan of classical music. I
Right.
will listen to classical music, and I don't think I have a
Classic
playlist.
playlist.
Yeah, for
I
that.
got some Michael Bublé. I got one Michael Bublé, and that's it. That's it.
Michael's a great guy, man. That dude is cool. He's awesome. Like
And
and what a crooner, man. What a crooner.
And there's like I don't listen to a lot of the newer country. Like
Sure.
I like the old school country, your George Jones, your David
yeah.
Allen Coes, and your Charlie Daniels, and
Absolutely.
Conway Twitty, and all of the old school music like that.
Oh yeah, Possum, all
Um,
them cats.
That's what I grew up on. Like I remember when I was younger, we used to have my mom had some friends that would come up from Tennessee, and they would be sitting down in the living room, and they'd be have the guitar out, and
Yep. We
Basil
call them flat tops where we come from.
yeah. So they were singing, the dinner playing Rocky Top. Man, those were the good old days.
Yes.
And I wish we could get back to that. Yeah, I know. Basil, he's one of my buddies.
Closet Swifty. We can't talk anymore, Gunny. You have to take over.
But no, music is one of those things that music therapy, it works. I mean, it's been proven that music heals the soul. As long as you make good decisions along the way, music can heal.
Well, let's talk about it biblically. What are we supposed to do? Praise and worship God. And at the end of the day, God gave us these voices and these instruments to praise him. And that's kind of where I'm at today. That's kind of where I'm at today in my musical journey. I prefer to tell people real life stories and talk to people about things that they're dealing with, and trying to let them know that they don't have to fight these things alone. They don't have to suffer alone. They don't have to do all these things alone. Your community is where you go. And when we were on here the other day, we were talking about some of this extraneous, whatever. I'm going to, air quotes, whatever. Man, I'm about to pop a bubble. I'm about to pop a bubble. Are you guys ready for this bubble to be popped?
Yes.
Very well. I don't understand how people like us can come back here and end up on the other side of that spectrum. I don't. I have friends who do that, I have a friend who's a pastor, and I can't get behind anything he does. I love him. I love him to death. I don't understand him because I've
Yeah.
seen him for face value, and I understand change. I'm gonna be honest with you. What is it? Somebody said we're here to support Sharia law today, or whatever. Like
Kira.
Oh, Shakira law. Oh, that's right, Shakira law, because of what he said the other day. But I'm not interested in having Sharia law in my country, man. That's why I went across the pond to do the job, so it never got here.
Yeah.
So
Betsy Ross is watching on TikTok. She says all my favorite people.
I love Betsy. She's awesome, man. She's a great woman.
She is amazing. Her books are sitting right here. All 4 of her books right there.
Wait, where's it at? Where's it at?
Yeah, if you haven't read the Fight series, you probably need to go check out the Fight
I have it in hard
series.
copy, baby.
Nice.
I have it on my phone
And she
because
still
I
needs
read.
to sign. Betsy, you need to sign this, hooker. I'm just saying. It's not like we haven't hung out before.
All right, I think our producer Ty might have one of your songs queued up. I don't know. We'll see.
This could be bad.
Let's see. Do you got a
Best
song
polka.
queued up, Ty?
It's the best polka you've ever heard in your life.
No, I don't have one queued up.
Oh,
Hi,
man.
what is wrong with you, dude? What's
I
up?
thought
I
All right,
thought
here,
it was
let's-
going to be the chicken dance, man.
Listen, I come from the land of the chicken festival.
All right. So do we want to do little things or I need to breathe rewired? You tell me, Shannon.
Let's do little things first.
All right. Let's see
Because
if
I'm going to release that here again really soon as a produced version.
Can y'all hear it?
It's muffled.
It's very muffled.
He wakes me up in the morning.
What about now?
Smile on her face.
It's going in and out.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. Maybe.
Do you have it?
Do I have access to run things here?
You can share your screen. Yeah.
I can share my screen. Okay,
You
how
should-
about that? How about that? What about we do that? We're going to share my screen and I'm just going to play it for you.
And Betsy said that she will sign your book. She needs to sign mine too. So
Aha!
I'm not letting her sign my phone.
I don't know. It might be worth $1 million one of these days.
One day.
Maybe
Let's see here.
Yes, you
Share
gotta-
my screen.
the Sharpie
gonna-
will wear off. I have it in my
Have
hand.
her sign it on the inside
Oh,
where it's
Deny.
protected.
Let's see here. Ma-na-na-na-na. What the heck? I don't know if I've ever done this off of StreamYard, to be honest with you. I used to run StreamYard all the time. Let's do this.
Willis, you ought to be able to talk him through it.
I
Yeah.
know, right? So you just go down, share screen down at the bottom, and then
Right.
click on if it's on Chrome tab window or entire screen. So you can do a window or your tab.
I'm going to do the whole window. Open system settings. What the heck? Entire screen. We'll just do that. Let's just do that. Open system settings. Well, see, now I got to do all this open system settings stuff and blah, blah, blah. Oh, there we go. Hey, look at that. Bam.
You'd think Willis would have something ready.
Yeah,
so
way to go.
I tried to pull up Spotify on my computer, but then you guys started lagging. So I don't know what and I had it on my phone, but
Well, at least your stuff didn't completely crash on you like mine did.
I know.
I'm like, what is going on?
It's not going to let me do it. It won't let me do it because I'll get kicked and then I'll have to come back in. So
All right, hold
let
on.
me do it.
Let's see if I can do it.
Yeah, my Ethernet disconnected, and I got my phone pulled up here. I'm like, well, everything's working on that, but nothing was working on my computer, so I had to shut everything down and
You have to start
reconnect.
your internet over.
Oh man, it's so stupid. I'm yelling and screaming, and the
So
wife
where
comes
are you
in.
guys located ish?
So I'm just south of Cincinnati in northern Kentucky. So I'm in
Okay.
Independence.
Oh, you're in
And I'm in-
Independence?
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody that, Gunny.
And I'm
Man, we just had a police officer
I-
involved shooting with yesterday or
I
today.
heard. That's what I heard. My dad's still a magistrate in
And
my
I'm in-
little town, so he hears all kinds of stuff.
and
What
I'm
were you
in
saying,
Mount
Wilson?
Washington, south.
Oh, you're in Mount Washington?
Louisville.
Right
I'm in Mount. Yes, sir.
Right on.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Sh-
She wakes me up in the morning with a smile on her face that says, "Good morning, Daddy." And I can't imagine what my world would be like without her in my life today. She is the sun that rises in the east and sets in the west in my world. She is everything that I'll ever need and more than I'll ever be. She's my baby girl. She's my whole damn world. It's the little things that keep me breathing. It's the little things that make me whole. It's the little things that send me reeling. These little things I want you to know. He comes up to me and says, "Hey, Dad, can you help me, please? It won't be long before I know it. He'll be helping me. He is the moon that lights up the night and brightens my path to see. And he is my boy. He's Daddy's pride and joy. It's the little things that keep me breathing. The little things that make me whole. It's the little things that send me reeling. These little things I want you to know. Hey, hey, yeah. It's the little things that keep me breathing. It's the little things that make me whole. It's the little things that send me reeling. These little things I want you to know. She wakes me up in the morning with a smile on her face and says, "Good morning, Daddy."
All right, let's see. Dude, I wasn't expecting it to be that.
What do you think about that?
I think it hits a little harder for Willis because he's got girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's my youngest is emotionally attached, right?
Oh,
So
yeah. Yeah.
any little, I mean, if I look at him wrong, he's like, I'm sorry, Dad.
Yeah,
And so he has always been like that. But
Yeah.
he's also
Mm.
been the one that at 2 comes up to me when I'm struggling and says, "You're gonna be okay, Dad." Not it's gonna be okay.
That's awesome.
You're gonna be okay. And it's
That's
like,
awesome.
holy hell. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
So it resonates a
definitely,
little bit.
oh, for sure, for sure.
Oh,
Other
yeah.
than the she, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, it does. It's there, man, and that's he's always been that way.
Well, if you
Every night.
listen to it closely, the second verse is about my son. So it's
Yeah,
about
yeah,
my
yeah,
daughter
yeah.
and then my son, and then and man, I want to tell you, when I was writing that, like, how do you equate both of your kids being just as important to each other
Yeah.
to you as the other one is? And the sun and the moon just made sense to me.
Oh yeah, definitely. No,
So-
I definitely get it. I mean, I with me just having 2 daughters, and granted, one's a freshman in college, the other one's a senior in high school.
Right.
And next year we're gonna be empty nesters. So yeah, it definitely hits, man. I mean, it's a song that I could hear playing on the radio. If the tone, the texture, everything about it, I could hear it playing on mainstream radio.
Well, I can't wait till you hear the actual
Live
produced
version of it?
Yeah. So the live version, I did 2 songs by the grace of God with the help of Operation Encore, which is an organization that I work with as a musician. They're a nonprofit that basically they are like my biggest booking. They're my biggest fans, to be honest with you. They book me, they pay me when I play gigs that can't pay us. They take care of us. They just take very good care of us. But they got me into Kentwell Studio in Nashville, and I got to spend basically a whole day recording 2 songs, and Little Things was one of those. That was recorded by Joe West, who's a Grammy Award-winning producer and songwriter, number one songwriter, and all kinds of other stuff. But we wanted to do it. I wanted to do an acoustic. I want to do an acoustic album alongside everything else.
Heck yeah.
If that makes sense. And I just want it to be just acoustic. And that's all I want. I want an album that I can release later on to just be an acoustic album of just me and a guitar.
See, some of the best stuff was when MTV did their Unplugged, and it was
Agreed.
all acoustic stuff, man.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
some of the harder songs, when they came in and just had a guitar and the person singing, oh man, it hits. I think there's a more personal connection, and it hits differently without
Agreed.
Yeah.
the electric, without the drums, without a
Agreed.
keyboard, without
It's more personal.
gives it
I
a-
think it's more
yeah.
personal.
it's that campfire stuff, man. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
somebody that can sing and play guitar, get out there, and then if you know the song, everybody's singing along. You
Right.
might screw up the words a little bit, but you're all singing along. You all are connecting, through the
Yeah.
music.
You couldn't have said that better, Gunny. I listen, and that's what again. That's another. It's biblical, man. It's biblical.
Yeah.
Music is biblical, and not only that. Like, let's go back. Let's get a little deeper in the whole philosophical biblical world. Like, Satan, before he was Satan, Lucifer was the god of praise. He was the angel of praise. He was the angel of praise, and he was God's praise angel. Like he's supposed to have this lilting voice and all this amazing stuff. And he was the guy who did all that stuff. And when he did all this stuff, cast him out. And then, humans are going to do the same thing that you do. And that's why he got jealous, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Now we have OnlyFans girls.
now we have OnlyFans girls.
One more before we let you go, so we can end the show. Bro, the heck just happened there?
I'll play your silly game. What'd you do?
All right, so No Man Left. No, not that one. I Need to Breathe Rewired. All right.
There you go. Let's do something hard.
All right, here we go.
you to sit there. I can't help a thing. You have nothing to fear. Everything I've done has been done today. Because you're the one that's causing all my pain. 'Cause I need to breathe just for one day. And I need to breathe. And I've got to get away. I can't deal with this, 'cause it makes me miss my soul. Maybe I'll confess I can lay it to rest. Let it all go. I can't sleep at night. I have horrible dreams. And all these things inside will be apart at the seams. And I can't help but think that this will never end. When will I feel my heart? Where does the peace begin? 'Cause I need to breathe just for one day. And I need to breathe. And I've got to get away. I can't deal with this, 'cause it makes me miss my soul. Maybe I'll confess I can lay it to rest. Let it all go. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. And I need to. I can't deal with this, 'cause it makes me miss my soul. Maybe I'll confess I can lay it to rest. Let it all go. Let it all go. I'm gonna let it all go.
I like it. I like it. I like it. You're muted, Shannon.
Yeah. It's all right from a weirdo from Kentucky, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. I like it. I mean, I'm trying to think what it sounds like, what it reminds me, like musically, style wise. I'm thinking.
If you say Taylor Swift, we're not going to be friends anymore.
I was thinking a little
No.
Disturbed, mixed with a little bit of Stained, maybe.
You know what's
that's
funny
what I
about
was-
that, Gunny? You know what's funny about that? Is that the bass player for Disturbed produced that song.
Okay.
John Moyer is a good friend of mine. He produced that. He's an awesome guy. So, but yeah,
I can hear. I can hear. That's what I was thinking. Like Disturbed, Stained.
sure.
Maybe a little Machine Head in there. A little bit. So no,
I hear Creed, Nickelback, Stained, all that stuff, and
That
those
whole
are huge.
genre.
Most people are like, "Oh my god, you sound like Creed," and I'm like, "Oh, that's a huge compliment," because I bet you're gonna give me shit, and you owned every album they ever made.
Yep, that's why they know that you sound like them.
Facts.
Definitely.
Like you're not
Well,
pushing my buttons, boss. High five, because you're stupid.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I think we could sit here and go for another hour if we had the availability to do that, but unfortunately we don't. But man, this
We
has
could
been a
always
great.
do it again.
Oh yeah, we definitely are going to have to do it again.
As long
That
as
way
you
we
don't
can
mind
dive.
having me around, I'm all about it.
No, we definitely. And hopefully we can get you on Triple Threat Vets podcast as well, because I know Ty would be super excited about that. You know, our producer in the background.
The whole episode would be about southeastern Kentucky.
It'd be about Corbin in London.
It'd be about
Yeah.
Coleman and Parkville and Burberville and
Well,
Knox
that
County,
means
Laurel County, Bell County.
that means that there's enough stories to go around that you could make a whole episode.
Listen. So my first wife, my ex-wife, was from Middlesboro.
Nah.
So I'm very familiar with
God
Bell
bless
County.
you. God bless you.
Yeah.
God,
No,
that's all I'm gonna say. God bless you.
Yeah, well, you notice I said my ex.
God bless you.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. No, but definitely I want to have you come back on, especially once you maybe when you
choose
get
your words. Choose your words.
I know. I'm thinking maybe when you get some new music out there, or if not before that, and talk about an upcoming project you're working on.
Yeah,
because I know you're staying super busy getting things written, you know, songwriting and all of that good jazz. So
right.
We definitely.
Well, and I also do a bunch of stuff for veteran nonprofits and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And and we didn't even talk about freaking Redcom One and all those cats and, you know, vetted. And there's a ton of stuff that my career has been around and has been good and bad and all kinds of stuff. Like, you know, what I will say this, most people don't realize that. Well, I mean, if you know me personally, you know I've been all over the world and I've done all kinds of things, and I've been sober for 5 years. I love the fact that you've got some Four Horsemen back there, and like and I'm a huge bourbon snob, but I've been sober for 5 years now, and to be honest with you, man, I am in a better place than I've ever been. And I don't necessarily think it's because of the sobriety. It's just because I started working on this. Yeah. I put God and therapy together to work on all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually took the time to do the work. And that's the hardest part, because nobody wants to look in. I never wanted to look inside of me and go, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. So I don't drink very often anymore. When I was in the Marine Corps, I drank pretty heavy. It got to the point where the Marine Corps told me I was an alcoholic, and that's unheard of for them to say, "Hey, Marine, you got a problem." But
if you don't know what SARP is, then you've never been a Marine.
Yeah.
Or anger management.
Nowadays, I'll drink 1, 2, 3 drinks and then call it quits. That's where I draw my limit. I'm like, look. Right. Drink to be social, and it might take me 8 hours to drink those 3 drinks, but I will drink those.
Right.
And I don't drink to get drunk like I used to. And this bourbon here, this is Four Branches bourbon, and their motto is "Sip to Remember."
Right. And that's a great bourbon. That is a great whiskey. It really is.
That one's not open. It's signed by Rick Franco,
right on,
who was a Marine. So that bottle's just going to sit there, collect dust
until the apocalypse happens.
Until it's my emergency bottle.
Yeah. That will be when shit hits the fan and we're sitting here fighting war at home and somebody needs a bottle of bourbon.
Yes. And it might even wind up being maybe a fundraising bottle. I don't know yet. Sure. I don't know if it's. I can't remember if it's signed to me or not, but I know it's signed on both sides. So
right on.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I want to. So I want to put together. I like I had talked to you about with Jason Steiner, trying to get hero stock here.
Sure.
I want to put on. So we do every year. We do our veteran suicide veteran and first responder suicide awareness concert. We
Sure.
didn't do one last year. I want to get back into that and bringing in veteran artists to come play the show and showcase the veteran artists, and then
I know
show
one or two
how,
of them.
yeah. So we're gonna have to get together and talk and see, because I know the city of Shepherdsville, they do a lot of concerts and stuff like that. I think we could bring you guys in and do a big fundraising event for a nonprofit of whoever's choice,
Sure.
and raise some money for a local charity.
Sure.
I think it would be pretty cool. So
I think that could be too easy, man. I think that we have, I think we are, if we have enough connections together, I think we can make that happen. It shouldn't be too hard.
Oh yeah. So we could bring in like Theory, who's a Marine Corps rapper. We could bring you in. We could bring in God, there's a whole bunch of people that come to
Scotty
mind.
Hastings. You guys know who Scotty Hastings is?
Yes, we've had him on the show.
Scotty's a good buddy of mine. He's from let's not tell him he's from Louisville, because he's from Louisville. But I mean, he's Turner. Chris Turner, another good dude.
Dustin Collins.
Right. Matt, you were talking about Matt Allen, like that dude's down there in freaking Barberville or wherever.
Derek Stoner. Derek
another great guy. Another soft cat. Like that dude. Yeah. And you want to talk about that man, I fangirl over Derek Stoner. And he laughs at it, but I mean it.
Awesome. Well, Shannon, I want to say thank you again for coming on and hanging out with Gunny and I for this hour and 30 minutes already. I feel like we could. I feel like we can go on and on, but if I don't reach,
well, if you guys wouldn't stop talking about Tar Heel and Toby's and all that stuff, we would, that took up a half hour itself. That's what I'm saying.
You missed the Bada Boom conversation.
You did. We talked about Bada Boom.
No, I heard
he
it.
He was listening to it on his phone.
Yeah. As I'm trying to diagnose my issue with my internet,
I haven't heard Bada Boom, and I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. But anyway,
BYOB, and they give you the ticket, and you still had to tip the girl for getting your own beer.
Facts.
Right.
But I don't know anything about that. I was just listening to Willis.
Yeah. I've never been to the Dirtwood ever.
No, never.
Just like saying I've never been to Showgirls in San Diego.
or the cave.
Willis. We gotta close this out. We're losing.
Yeah, we gotta close it out. It's going off the rails, bro.
I'm telling your wife.
Welcome back, Addie. Addie,
probably took him back to the Triangle Motor Inn too.
Whoa.
Drop him off at the Star Hotel.
I quit. I'm done.
All right, we're going off the rails. All right,
if you've never been to Camp Lejeune, you have now. Those are the important parts. That and Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
Dude, if you've not been back, you would be shocked.
I haven't. Yeah. Well, I haven't been back in probably like 7 years.
Oh yeah, years. You'd be in complete shock.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So
that's crazy.
Somebody on TikTok says we need to do Homefront after dark.
Don't. Oh, whoa. Hey, does that mean we have to have our clothes on or no?
Don't tempt us with a good time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'll sit here naked. I don't give a shit.
Heck, put the black light on.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah.
Some little red light.
I got some cool shit over here on the wall. It'll shine and do all kinds of cool shit.
Hell yeah. I got lights.
Be like Gate 2 Kadena.
Oh, you had to go there?
Yeah.
Mama san, where's she at? Oh, I don't know, honey. I don't know, honey. Hold on.
Oh, this one definitely cannot go on Reese Cross America.
No, we can't do that. I was thinking Club Love, but hey.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, what the really? Oh,
Mr. Kim take really good care of you. He got good girls.
Yeah, Mr. Kim took care of you.
we got good girl. We got good girl.
Get some yaki mandu
You know, that's
in the back rub.
Holy crap, bro.
So that's the first place I ever went into a unisex bathroom. I didn't know at the time that it was a unisex bathroom. And
It's Okinawa. What do you expect?
Well,
It's not like you never saw a shim at all.
Well, no, I'm talking about in Pohang, in South Korea, club.
Well, again,
yeah,
shim.
it is.
I can't believe we brought. How did we bring Thailand here? What happened?
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know.
There was a young Marine somewhere that married it and brought it back.
Say
it wasn't me. I didn't marry no. Yeah.
No, you had a problem with the other one.
Yes. All right, Shannon.
Yeah. We should probably shut this down before we start getting too stupid. You put two Marines and a corpsman in a room, things get dumb.
Oh yeah, it gets crazy quickly.
True story.
All right, brother.
Like,
well, thank you
again.
Hey, you never know. We'll see. But thank you again, Shannon, for coming on and hanging out with us. Love your music. I just love the tone of your music. I love the meaning behind the songs. And dude, I can't wait to see where you go. Hopefully, you know, we can get, or you, I won't say me, because I want to help you get there, but get your music on mainstream radio, brother, because I think your songs would resonate with a lot of people out there. So
thank you guys. I appreciate that, man.
You're welcome, brother.
I really do. And it's a pleasure being on here with you guys. And like, all joking aside, like, if you ever just have space and time, you don't have anybody to book, you have my number. Give my number to these other two weirdos too, just because, you know, I mean,
I will send it out to both of them. That way they can get in contact with you. And we're definitely going to bring you back on, and we could talk about the other things that you were involved with the nonprofits and everything else that you got going on for sure. Because I know, didn't you do some stuff with Roman Warriors Foundation too?
I did do it. I did a lot of stuff with Brian. Brian's Brian's a good Marine. He's a good dude, and I did plenty of stuff with Brian.
Yeah, so we'll get you, and then we got to definitely talk about getting this concert scheduled and getting all of that worked out. I know I got a friend that does the Bullitt County Music Fest. I can be like, hey, look, this is what I'm thinking. Let's make it happen. We can rent out the fairgrounds, and boom, we can definitely make it happen. I think it'd be awesome. So
absolutely, man, absolutely.
All right, brother.
You say the word, I'm on it.
Awesome.
I'm all over it like a wet t-shirt.
Well, we're going to drop you down to the green room. We're going to end. If you want to hang around, we'll chit chat afterwards. That'd be awesome.
Sounds good, buddy.
Awesome, brother. Appreciate you. All right, Gunny, it is that time of night, my friend. We kind of went a little off the rails there at the end.
At the end, dude, when I started having internet issues, I turned up my phone, and all of a sudden I hear bada booms. I'm like, oh man, where are they going? I've been gone for like 3 seconds, and you just off to the left.
Hey, when you get a corpsman together with us Marines, you never know what's going to come out of our mouth.
Yeah, especially one that was, you know, an FMF guy and at Lejeune too, that understands Lejeune, and there's nothing to do but get in trouble. Yeah,
that's why a lot of Marines get in trouble. I mean, how many DUIs did our Sergeant Major have? 6, 7?
Oh man, I got a story about him, and that's for offline.
Yeah, so we had a Sergeant Major that would preach, don't get DUIs, and then goes out. And
we got put on lockdown in Okinawa. And then remember that first night? No.
Yeah.
The first night, it wasn't because of him. It was because of the Navy dude that raped the little Okinawan girls. We got put on the street. But that first night back, we were leaving Kadena, and Sergeant Major was passed out in the bushes.
Yeah,
we left from there.
I do remember that. Oh man. All right, Gunny. It is that time of night. Let's go here. All right. That's you.
You're gonna skip over a whole 2 sections?
Oh, duh. Thank you for reminding me. That's how much we went off the rails. Man.
Yeah.
All right. It's that time of night.
Gunny's Words of Wisdom.
Anybody who believes lies about you before hearing your side of the story was already looking for a way to be against you.
Mm.
Anybody who believes lies about you before hearing your side of the story was already looking for a way to be against you.
Dude, you are so true on that. Clip that, by the way. Yeah, if you got people out there that believes lies before they even met you or got your, yeah, they're not your friends. Those are the toxic people that you need to get rid of. Dude, that is some good words of wisdom from Gunny. All right, our producer Ty is going to come up and do the next segment. You ready, Ty?
Yeah, man. What's
It's time for the joke of the day.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, a little bit off there. So there's a family of tomatoes walking down the street. Mommy tomato, daddy tomato, and a baby tomato. The whole family's just walking down the street, and the baby tomato starts lagging behind. So the dad gets mad and goes back and stops it and said, "Catch up." Sorry. I'm a 50-year-old dude that deployed 7 times, so I try to find the funniest, silliest dad jokes you can find, and I text this shit to a group down here in the Tomball VFW all the time. So I'm trying out to be a comedian. You know, we have a bunch of comedians on our show, trying to get my timing down. You know.
Yeah.
I appreciate that interview. I mean, Gunny, it went off the fucking rails. I'm listening in the background, but it makes me want to bring him on our show, and we'll be like. For those that watched before, you may have witnessed chaos, but next time on the Triple Threat Vet Show, you know, we're gonna have to keep everybody in line and give an actual true story because
last time on Homefront Sit Rep.
Yes, exactly. All of this happens in real time.
No, I loved it. It was a great interview. Like I said, I've been following him for a while, and I knew he'd be a great interview. It was just trying to get him. You know, everything's scheduled and ready to go, and we barely scratched the surface. So we'll definitely have to have him back on and talk about everything else as well.
Well, yeah, like one question I want you to ask him is like all the things that we went through. Like he made it a point to tell us on the other one, and I should have asked this during the show, but you know, he made it a point to say that song "I Can't Breathe." He doesn't mention the military, doesn't mention, you know. Yeah. Anything about what it's actually about. He's just talking about I can't breathe. And when you listen to the words, it may not invoke military, but it invokes an emotion that he felt. And that's the kind of stuff that like the people that are tortured the most can really convey themselves to other people. Like there's a lot of shit he says. It's a lot of that Appalachian mountain wisdom that is ingrained in him. And it just like, oh yeah, I hear that because my mama and papa said that same kind of stuff, you know. So, proud to be from Kentucky, and so we'll get him. I want to hear more of his story.
Oh yeah. So when we have him back on, we'll invite you again. But then I'll send you his phone number. That way you can have it and you can reach out to him as well. But yeah, dude, I'm super excited to have him back on as well. So. All right, let's move on to the next segment, Gunny. Ty, you gonna stay up here for these, or are you gonna go back?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna sit in the back.
All right, here we go, Gunny.
Yeah, you're not alone. You still have worth. You still have value. Surround yourself with people that are going to build you up and not tear you down. You know, don't let the dark days win. It's okay not to be okay. Just don't live in that spot.
Awesome. This is me right here. In the silence of your struggles, remember, though unseen, you are deeply held in the hearts of others. You're not alone. The uniform may come off, but the bond remains, and together we heal, we rise, and we carry each other forward. And the key word there is together. Together we heal, together we rise, and together we carry each other forward. Be someone's stranger. Listen, ladies and gents, we as humans, we're more apt to talk to a complete stranger than the ones we love the most. So if you're out and about and you see somebody and it looks like they're having a bad day, go up to them and say, "Hey, how you doing? And if they give you the red flags, I'm okay, I'm hanging in there, I'm living a dream, ask the next hard question. How are you really doing? Be ready for that conversation. Could be a 5-minute conversation, could be an 8-hour conversation. You have to be ready for that conversation, regardless of what they're saying. Don't try to fix them. Just listen, because a lot of times we as humans, we just want to be able to vent our frustrations, our struggles to people without people judging us and trying to fix us.
Yeah, and it takes a village. Use your people around you. Obviously, there's a lot of people on here that are Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and TikTok and YouTube. Use your friends. Pick up your phone, open your contacts, scroll through, and just hit a name. Play that cell phone roulette. Just tell them you need somebody to be in ear today, or maybe your voice is the one that saves their life.
Yeah. Amen. So pick up your phone, reach out to somebody that you haven't talked to. Like Gunny says, scroll through your contacts, scroll, hit up whoever it lands on, give them a call. All right. So time to give our partners a big shout outs. First off, I'm going to start out with heroesmediagroup.com. Adam Bird and his team at Heroes Media Group are phenomenal. So check out heroesmediagroup.com. If you're a veteran podcaster, veteran author, go check out Heroes Media Group and see what they can help you with. If you wrote a book and you want to turn it into audio book, check out heroesmediagroup.com. Next, big shout out to reachaccrossamerica.org/radio. Jeff Pierce and his team there are free. They're phenomenal. They've taken Homefront Sit Rep underneath of their wing and allowed us to be on their program, which helps us reach that one veteran a day. So check out reachaccrossamerica.org/radio. Homefront Sit Rep is Thursday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern. So that's Thursday night, 11 p.m. Eastern. Next up, sameflagsameoath.com. This is a small t-shirt company outside of Katy, Texas. Matt and Becky Johnson, another great veteran. And I love being a partner with them. They have our shirt, which Uncle Sam is wearing back there, Marine It Down. It's co-branded. So go check out sameflagsameoath.com. Up next is Elite. Quit laughing. EliteEngraving24.com. They created this amazing hat for Gunny and I. That they're on the website EliteEngraving24.com. Next up is Valor Coins and Pins. Gunny, you got their coin there. I see it right above you. Yeah. Mr. Brent and Brian Casey, they are phenomenal. They're the grandsons of Herschel Woody Williams. Their company, Valor Coins and Pin, I forget the percentage, goes over to fund the Woody Williams Foundation. Which if you don't have that one, I do.
I got it.
So they put Gold Star monuments. They put Gold Star monuments all across the country to support Gold Star families. So yeah, go check out Valor Coins and Pins. Up next is RDC Shoe Company. Darren Davis is a Marine Corps veteran. That him and his family created RDC shoes. They have the Patriot and Glory shoes. They're coming out with America, the 250 for America. They're coming out with that shoe. They also have a golf shoe for Folds of Honor. I believe it's Folds of Honor.
Yep.
So go check out rdcshoes.com. Also, go check out homefrontsitrep.com. You get to see all these great veteran nonprofits, veteran business owners, veteran authors, veteran singers, comedians, anybody that we've had on the show. You'll be able to see links to their social media and everything on homefrontsitrep.com. Also, they're on our merch site. You can get the link to the hat and the shirt as well on there. Look at that, Marine It Down. I love it. Thank you, Ty, producer Ty in the background, kicking it up. Another big shout out to Colonel Trey Morris. Go to Google, type in Doom 34, and see about pre-ordering it and getting this book. This is Secret Squirrel stuff from Desert Storm. So go check out Doom 34 and get it on pre-order. Also go check out Betsy Ross, fightwithbetsyross.com. So go give her a big shout out as well. And here's the thing. If you get this book, or if you get one of Betsy Ross's books, either the hardback or the 4 individual paperback books here, when you get done reading it, leave an honest review, because that's how the authors get noticed. If you leave an honest review, they even get noticed if you leave a bad review. So make sure you go leave a review if you've read the book. That way it helps the author. I promise you. So Gunny, it is that time of night, my friend. I am ready for. I'm ready
tomorrow.
for. Tomorrow we have Soldier's Child. Tomorrow's going to be Soldier's Child. They focus on children of the fallen, our brothers and sisters that paid the ultimate sacrifice. So, a Soldier's Child. They focus on the children of our fallen brothers and sisters. So I'm super excited to bring on the co-founder. Daryl's his first name. I can't wait to have him on to talk about their organization, because we've talked about it numerous times on our podcast that a lot of veteran service organizations don't focus on the family aspect of things.
Yeah.
Well, here's an organization that's geared to the family. So stand by for tomorrow. Another great service organization that's out there that's focusing on the children of veterans. So I'm super excited. But I think that's it, Gunny. What do you think?
That's it, man. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Like we always say on Homefront Sit Rep, stay safe out there. We got your 6.
We got your 6.
Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed this show.
Suggestions and comments are always welcome.
Cannot wait to have another great show with y'all.
Don't forget you can find Homefront SitRep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.
Stay safe out there. I got your 6.